Okay, signs Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Ascendant, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, and those cross-watching. In today's reading, we're going to take a look and see what will be your next major relationship. Okay, so who is it going to be with? What will they be like? And a rough maybe time frame of when that might happen. It is going to be a general reading, guys. Please keep that in mind. If you're after a personal one, feel free to reach out and inquire. My email address will be listed just below the video where the show more section is. So I want to take a look at your next major relationship, not necessarily the next brief romantic encounter that you may have. Okay, definitely a very strong emotional connection, a lot of emotional depth. This is someone who has, see, their heart is open. This is someone who has a lot of love to give. Very loving, very sweet, compassionate, strong water energy. So a possible water sign is someone who has water placements in their natal chart. Someone who I feel like is very emotionally mature as well as intelligent. Someone who is looking for an emotional bond, an emotional connection. Because they feel things so intensely, right? There's a lot of emotions. They're very sensitive. And because they're such a, like they're a vessel for depth, a vessel for emotion, a vessel for love. They need to find an outlet through which they have to express all of these emotions. So for a lot of you, this is someone who I think is very artistic, very creative, because due to their emotional intensity, due to their, the richness with their emotions, they can be an artist or an aspiring artist of some sort. So like a writer, a painter, someone very creative, someone very artistic. Definitely I'm seeing a very strong artistic or creative side, which either is being nurtured with this person or needs to be nurtured. Okay. I feel like this person has been through a lot. I feel like they've had they may not have had a very stable upbringing. They may not have had a very stable emotional environment, and as a result, I feel like this is why this person is searching something that they maybe lacked previously. In case if they didn't, have a lot of stability growing up or in their previous relationships, this is something that they're currently searching and seeking for. I'm also seeing there is something here with the past. I feel like this person maybe has a hard time talking about the past, or has a hard time revisiting the past, or going back to there's quite like a nostalgic energy to them. And I'm seeing that they have, there's something here, I feel like the past has got a bit of a grip or a hold on them in some way. This person is very, there's a very peaceful energy to them. This is someone who I feel like is very quiet. They might be very introverted, very withdrawn. Okay, they wear their heart on their sleeve. Their heart is wide open. A lot of love to give, and in the past they've, flown that, directed that love to the wrong people. Okay, I feel like you and this individual will have a very strong psychic connection. This is someone who I feel like is very, he or she may be very a psychic themselves, a lot of like strong psychic abilities. I'm also seeing that this is someone who I feel like, it's almost like you're the same person. I feel like this is someone who, like, they'll finish off the sentences that you start, or they'll say the things that you're thinking without you having to say them. Every time you think of this person, they will end up texting you, or they will end up calling you shortly after. I feel like, yeah, this is someone whom you have or you will share a very strong, I'm seeing it's like a psychic connection. I'm also seeing that you and this person are very, not only are you emotionally connected, but I see that you're also like, there's a lot of telepathy here with the High Priestess, so I feel like you're also energetically connected as well. They are a little bit quiet. They like to keep to themselves. They are a little bit emotionally reserved, okay? It takes a while for this person to warm up. And because of that, they may come across as a little bit distant or a little bit cold or emotionally detached or aloof. That's not the case at all. I feel like it's just like a protective measure, a coping mechanism, just to protect their sensitivity, their emotions, and their fragility. They absorb emotions, okay, especially if they're a water sign, Pisces in particular. They absorb other people's emotions, they absorb other people's moods, and as a result that can be very exhausting, that can be very tiring. And this is why I feel like from time to time this person needs to pull away, and they just need to, you know, spend some time on their own, just to sort of, you know, recharge their emotional batteries. I do think there's something here from the past. There's a relationship they've had in the past that they regret, or something here that I feel like they feel guilty. I just feel like it's a bit of a heavy energy, honestly, and I think the past has, yeah, it's still got a bit of a firm grip on this person. I feel like there's something here that they're having trouble with dealing. So they may have had a breakup or a separation, a divorce maybe not even recently, but I feel like it's been very ongoing. Or there's just something here that they wish they could go back and redo. And whatever it is, they need to make peace with it, because I can see that this is something that's threatening their peace of mind. This person is extremely attractive, okay, very attractive. I feel like, you know, mystery is also part of their allure. I feel like, you know, they're not necessarily an open book. This is someone who'll keep you on your toes. This is someone who'll keep you guessing. But you're going to be very drawn to this person's energy, okay? Right away, it's going to be an instant connection, an instant attraction. And you might not even figure out why that is, because it's not like they're going to, you know, give themselves or give so much of themselves away at first. But I think it's, you know, that mystery that this person is very much shrouded in, or the fact that this person is quite closed off or reserved at first. I think that's what's going to keep you coming back. I'm also seeing that this person is going to be very attracted and very drawn to you. And even though they may be naturally shy and reserved and a little bit withdrawn, when it comes to you, I see them making a very bold and daring move, which might be out of character for them, but again, you know, this is someone who's very drawn to you in an explainable kind of way, like a moth to a flame type of an attraction. Okay, again, yeah, I do feel like this is someone quite nostalgic, okay? Very nostalgic. I'm also seeing that this person they've had a lot of long existing relationships in their lives, okay? This person doesn't burn their bridges. This is someone who is, they've had the same childhood friends as they've had growing up. They've lived in the same home for most of their lives. This is someone who I feel like, yeah, they have, you know, they believe in quality over quantity. I'm also seeing that this could be a past energy for some of you. This is someone whom maybe you've known in the past. Doesn't necessarily mean you had to have had a romantic relationship with this person. Could have been, you know, a professional relationship. It could have been somewhat like a fling that you far-flung. It could be someone that you might have only had a very brief fleeting encounter with. However, it could have been a past connection that stems from a previous lifetime. If so, then it does feel like with the Six of Cups a bit of a soulmate type of a connection, a bit of a soulmate energy. So, and this could be the reason why you guys will feel so intensely drawn and attracted to each other. It's almost like, you know, for as little as you know about them, but it's almost like this person is familiar, will be oddly familiar in a very strong and intense type of way. And that could have possibly something to do with the fact that you have known or you have loved this very person from a previous lifetime, okay? So it's that soul's recognition within each other. Some very childlike, innocent qualities about this person, and I do see, as I've mentioned earlier, a very creative, artistic side to this person. Could be a writer, a painter, photographer, and if they're not doing so, then they definitely need to nurture that creativity, that creative and artistic streak that I see in this person. Excuse me. They could also have a creative background, as in, you know, in the creative arts as well, okay? they do have, there's this childlike innocence about this person. I feel like this is someone who always believes, who likes to always give people like the benefit of the doubt, and who always likes to believe in the best of people. The Lovers card has come up in reverse, and to be honest with you, it feels like this perhaps may start off as a bit of a third-party situation. So it's probably not what a lot of you want to hear right now, but it could, for example, you might be already attached to someone else while you meet this person, or this person might already be attached to someone else as they meet you. However, the third party doesn't necessarily have to mean an actual, you know, another person. It could just mean either yourself or this person might be holding space for, you know, that something better, or that, you know, that whole fantasy of, you know, what if the grass is greener on the other side. So it could be that. It could also be that they may be holding space for the return of an ex, or you might be, okay? Or it could have something to do with, again, you know, just to sort of blend it in, you might be the one that may have been holding space for this person to come back into your life, if it is an ex, or if it is a former flame, okay? It could be that, but it does feel like there's a bit of a third, like a bit of a triangle, a lover's triangle. Maybe this person will place you in a lover's triangle, put you in a third-party situation, or you might put them in a third-party situation. There could be some sort of imbalance, as though maybe the past has got such a firm grip on this individual that it's hard for them to move forward in a relationship. Yeah, strong emotions. This is you haven't felt an intense connection like this before, okay? And I don't know if you will feel again. It feels intense. It feels overwhelming, especially for you guys, because I feel like it's, yeah, it just feels like it's kind of new and foreign in many ways. Because of this emotional intensity, okay? This is someone who's going to love you like I feel like you've not been loved before, but they've got a lot of love to give. There's a lot of richness in the emotions, as you can tell. Okay, so if this person doesn't find an outlet, a healthy outlet for their emotions, it can turn inwards, and it can go the other way. It can manifest itself into physical and emotional pain. Very sweet, very caring, very gentle, very compassionate, very giving, almost too giving of themselves. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, I do think this is someone whom I feel like it is someone whom you've crossed paths with before, or it is someone whom you're going to cross paths with again, okay? And again, I'm getting that there is a choice that needs to be made when it comes to this individual, or, you know, a third party or a lover's triangle. You might potentially have to decide between someone that you're dating and this very person, or this person might have to decide between yourself and someone that they're seeing. You might meet them at some sort of social gathering, okay? You could potentially meet this person at a social gathering of some sort. Could be a work function. It could also be you're invited to some sort of... it feels like you have some sort of connection, like you have a reason for being there. So it doesn't feel like it's happenstance. It just feels like maybe you're invited to some sort of family or social gathering of some sort that this person also happens to have been invited to as well, okay? It just feels like you might also have mutual friends, or it could be like a workplace function. It just feels like this, you've got something in common with this person, or you know the same type of people, or it's like in the same circle, if that makes sense. Yeah, it feels like some sort of social gathering of some sort. Maybe that's where you've met them, or that's where you might potentially meet them. But it could also, you potentially could also meet this person at a place that feels very familiar to you. So for example, at your favorite local cafe, or your favorite restaurant, or, you know, somewhere that you dine in very frequently, or somewhere that you frequent very often, like a theater, a museum, you know, your local park. This person has yeah, they have a way, they like to stick to the tried and like tested, okay? They have a way of, you know, what works for them, they stick to what works for them, okay? This isn't someone who, I don't see, like, they don't like change a lot, is what I'm trying to say. This is why they've, you know, had the same childhood friends. This is why they've lived in the same house, or, you know, had the same job or career going. This person doesn't do very well with change. And I think recently they've had a lot of change in their life, and this is something that I feel like they've been somewhat struggling with. When is it that you might likely meet this person? For some of you, you've already met this individual, and I think that, you know, you're already facing a choice between this person and someone else that you might be romantically involved with. I say that because with the Lovers card in reverse, when it comes up in reverse, the universe is asking you to pay extra attention to a decision that you probably should be making, but you've been avoiding or you've been putting off. So this is why I feel like for a lot of you, you've already met this choice. You've already met this person, sorry. It's just that you have to end up choosing, right? For others, I feel like this will be more of a slow burning. This will... it might happen during either the summer or the spring, depending on what part of the world you're in right now. But I do feel like it's more of a, like a slower moving connection. Okay, so a very slower moving energy. This person isn't in a rush, so you're going to have to be patient with, you know, the whole process. Alright guys, and these are your messages. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Please show your support by liking, sharing and subscribing. Bye.